the difference between something being a conspiracy and then coming out as truth seems to be just about a few years these days, if my calculations are correct. And this latest admission of truth is just another notch on our conspiratorial belts. The U.S. government, specifically under Biden and Harris's administration, was asking Meta and other social media platforms to censor and suppress information in 2021. And if you're rolling your eyes, you're saying, yeah, Brett, obviously, I already know that. Well, a lot of people didn't, or they didn't believe it, even after whistleblowers exposed everything in 2021, as I'm sure many of you guys remember. But Zuckerberg himself has finally admitted to everything. And all of this, in my opinion, is very in line with this massive rebrand that Zuck has been undergoing. So on Monday, in a letter to Jim Jordan and the House Judiciary Committee, Zuckerberg laid everything out. Charlie Kirk posted about the letter saying, breaking, Mark Zuckerberg, in a letter to Chairman Jim Jordan and the House Judiciary Committee, writes that he, quote, regrets working with the Biden-Harris administration, which repeatedly pressured Meta's team for months to censor COVID posts, including satire and humor. Quote, I believe that the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. Zuckerberg redemption arc? Well, at this point, that is still up for debate, but we'll talk about that later. In this letter, Zuckerberg wrote, in 2021, senior officials from the Biden administration, including the White House, repeatedly pressured our teams for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire. I'm sure we all remember that, because I'm sure that many of us were victims of Meta's disinformation campaign. Going on, he said, and expressed a lot of frustration with our teams when we didn't agree. Ultimately, it was our decision whether or not to take the content down, and we own our own decisions, including COVID-19 related changes we made to our enforcement in the wake of this pressure. I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it. I also think that we made some choices that, with the benefit of hindsight and new information, we wouldn't make today. I mean, guys, what a transformation. If you've been on Facebook, if you have engaged with basically any Meta platforms, you know that they are the worst. You can't post anything even remotely controversial without getting dinged with a misinformation flag. Because not only is he calling out Biden and our government, but he's saying that they will never do this again. And the other thing that I really admire in this letter is that he's taking accountability. He's saying, yes, they pressured us, but at the end of the day, we did make that choice and I won't do it again. Obviously, this letter has gone mega viral. The news has spread basically across every social media platform. One person said, I hope that Zuckerberg has reformed. Look how different X is and how we can get information out there. If Facebook was free speech too, the game would be completely different. Another person said, it's late, but this is a rare Zuck dub. But many people do not share this sentiment. Somebody commented and said, zero sympathy or credit at this point. Another person said, it is actually unbelievable that this POS admitted this. Another person said, nope, just like there is no Fauci redemption arc. Another person said, I wish I could believe or trust him, but I can't. And Charlie Kirk replied to this guy and he said, I think that we should root for our American industry leaders to get this stuff right. It's appropriate not to trust and be skeptical given what's happened, but I would be overjoyed to watch Zuckerberg emerge as a free speech champion.